Good morning everyone. Thought I'd give you a bit of an update on my attempts to grow moringas. Oh my goodness. It is really... I've been trying to get moringas to grow for 6 years. Over 3 different properties. This is the third. And this is a very different environment to the last 2. So it's a lot drier here. And in all fairness to this poor tree, I did plant it in autumn, so not the peak growing season, and we have had very little rain and I haven't had a chance to do watering it much. So at the moment I've just got gravity fed water going to it, but we have some shoots, we have some growth. This one was actually doing really well in the aquaponics, but hadn't actually developed any roots. And unfortunately in the aquaponics, roots aren't something that are required. So it was not a good spot for moringas to be put. So future self, right, note to self, don't put moringa into the aquaponics to try and get it to strike. It won't work. At least not well anyway. My little comfrey plant's doing okay down there, although it got decimated by one point when the chickens got out. And this poor moringa has been nibbled by goats. So yeah, it's not doing real great. But I do have a few others around the place that I'm working on, so I'll take you around and show you those ones. Let's leave that water. Now you remind me to turn that water off, because I've got a dreadful habit of forgetting, which is a really good thing that it's only on a 1,000 litre IBC tote, so I can't lose more than 1,000 litres of water. Ah, dear. I'm a challenge with water, I really am. I get a dreadful habit of leaving it on and wandering off and do something else, which is what I'm doing now. I did put one in here, but it didn't get enough water, and I thought it did, but it didn't. So I had a terracotta pot next to it full of water, but it wasn't letting the water out. So it must be a glazed one, which is very unfortunate. I don't think I've got any moringa cuttings in there at lot at the moment. But I did have one that I grew from seed. My ponytail's got new shoots. I thought I'd killed it. When we moved out here, I had to bare root everything, so I had to take all the dirt off to be able to move it, which I killed a lot of the plants doing that. And moringas really don't like having their roots disturbed. So this is one that I grew from seed. It had like a metre long stem on it. Twice. It got knocked off with the wind on the bathroom window at the other house. And then it grew up 3 extra branches and they all died off because of the temperature drop. So, but it looks like it's coming back, so I'm hopeful for that. That's my elderberry that I just recently planted. Tomatoes are doing quite well here. Those ones are anyway. The rest of the ones in the garden aren't. They're doing quite well here. I must be keeping the moisture level up to them right. But the other moringas, show you the other moringas. Of course, this is where the water tank's going to be going. So this is another one of the moringas. It was doing really well. Had all these lovely new stems on it. Of course, the goat ate it the other day. But it's got new shoots coming, which I'm really pleased about. My only problem with that one is that particular pot hasn't got any holes in it, so it keeps filling up with water, which is not good for moringa. So I really need to drill a hole in that pot somewhere. My other moringa cuttings. So I've got some moringa seeds that I'm going to plant, but I'm not ready for those yet, so I haven't planted them yet. So these 3 moringa seeds cuttings are actually doing really well. They're doing the best. I kept them here over winter, so I overwintered them here. So they seem to be doing the best out of all of them. I'd say the heat from the shed has actually helped them a lot. So just to stop them from getting too cold. It was a very mild winter this year, so not as cold as it would normally get. But the one I took inside I took one inside to try and give it some extra TLC. That failed miserably. That one died. So I'm really pleased with this one, although they've got weird branches sticking out in weird spots. I don't really care, because as soon as I've got enough stems on there that are long enough to make cuttings, I'll be chopping it back and making cuttings. But I won't do that until I actually get these into the ground so they can get a decent root structure, because at the moment they're only in quite small pots. They really need to go in the dirt. But with the soil here, as you'll have seen in previous videos, is very, very poor, and it needs a lot of work. So I need to prepare the ground before I put these trees into it. But I should probably put these into bigger pots, but Moringa does not like having its roots disturbed. So it's a bit of a challenge, really. But that's the Moringa update. They're not dead. They're not doing fantastically, but they're not dead. Some of them are. But there's hope. I will keep endeavouring to do this. I actually had them growing quite well at Eagleby Road just before we left. So there's a couple of reasonably nice moringas that are starting to take off there. But what do you do? Anyway, you have a great day. Any comments, questions or suggestions, or if you want to give me some ideas on how to not forget to turn the water off. I'm actually thinking I might get a timer for the tap. But yeah, anyway, better go back to that tap, back to that hose, because I don't want to drown my moringa. My guinea fowl are going nuts. Guinea fowl is so funny. They're just funny little critters. They do like to flock though. They get very upset when they're flocked. They're not with their flock. Very, very upset. Like this one's getting quite disturbed. Those silly little gooses have gotten themselves stuck in that fence. Mind you, they can fly straight up, so it's not really a huge drama. Guinea fowl, fascinating. Anyway, you have a great day. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with what's happening and the latest adventures on the farm, and to see if I actually ever manage to get moringas to grow. They should grow really well here once they're established. I just got to get them established. And between moving house and car accidents and plantar fasciitis in my foot, so I'm having trouble walking, life is just interesting. But it's all good. You keep on going. Have a great day. Bless you.